Okay, hello everyone. I'm here to present you a speech about gaining a competitive edge in your Oracle career. And my name is Bo Tan, and I'm an Oracle ace. Here you can see there are lots of the communication ways. You can see our official website is here, and phone, WhatsApp, Skype, email, and wait a minute, I should try. Okay, it's okay. And okay, and everything about me is at www.botangb.com. And our official email, Twitter, Facebook is all in this PPT. And here is the online survey, and please click on it and help us to know what's your favorite topics and what's your opinion about this speech. And let's continue with the presentation. And today's agenda is all about this. First, I want to introduce Oracle and what it does. I know most of you learned Cisco, and you got some certification about Cisco, about CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, etc. And we should talk about the Oracle and Oracle certification. And we want to discuss how globalization has affected the 21st century workplace, mainly focused about Oracle, and detail the skills that are most necessary for success in today's workplace. Present how you can transform your existing assignments into a technology portfolio that impresses, challenge, and motivates you to do what it takes to become job ready. And we also want to introduce our institute's products. And first, let's look at the Oracle's background and Oracle overview. Oracle is co-founded in 1977 by Larry Ellison. So all of you maybe already know this. It's a very famous American software company. It is said the second largest software company in the world and the largest enterprise software company in the world too. Oracle is a leader in the enterprise software and hardware products, number one provider of database software, and occupies the 43% market share and 370,000 customers in 145 countries and 108,000 employees, including 29,000 developers and engineers all over the world. 10 million developers in Oracle online communities. And ACE, the so-called ACE, is the very active person who want to introduce Oracle technology in some very big online communities. more than 2 million students supported every year. You know, Oracle has a very big education plan, and Oracle has its own education way and the certification way to let the students and engineers who in the field of Oracle to become certified. And Oracle is the company can provide the full stack of IT technology from operating system to database, and that is called IaaS and the Paths, and to the SaaS, Fusion middleware, Oracle tools, J2E, and the Fusion applications, all kinds of things. Other companies, that statistics is a little bit out of date, but nowadays there's still some information like this. IBM only have some parts, SAP has some parts, and Microsoft has some parts, not the whole. Open source, Oracle nowadays take part in lots of open source movement. Also, the advantages of the open source, you can observe them in Oracle. And Oracle centralized product development in US. And there are lots of companies being brought by Oracle and incorporated into the Oracle's production line. There are lots of such kinds of technologies nowadays integrated into Oracle's technology. So you learn Oracle, you may be not only focused on the database technology, but also focused on other very broad field, and you will be very versatile and capable to do lots of IT jobs and be proficient in lots of IT technology fields. And Oracle also has lots of development done all over the world, and lots of development centers all over the world. And now we should focus on the education part and certification part of the Oracle product. That is called WDP. The full meaning of WDP is Workforce Development Program. And our institute, Paths-SPOTO, provide the WDP services to the world. And we are certified by the WDP program. We're offering this curriculum about the following: 12C Oracle Certified Associate, and that is called OCA, and 12C Oracle Database Administrator, OCP. OCA is the entry level, and OCP is the middle tier of the certification. And above OCP, we also can provide the training service for OCM, Oracle Certified Master. And we also can provide, and Oracle also give you the chance to let you become the application developer OCP and the developer OCA and internet application developer OCP, and other special fields certification, and that is called OCE, Oracle Certified Experts. For example, Real Application Cluster Expert or SQL, pure SQL Expert, something like this. We provide the curriculum of the fulfillment of certification through one course requirement. If you fully attended the whole process of our one course program, you are fully fulfilled. You are fulfilled and to achieve your certification. facts and figures. Oracle and WTP provides yearly the education services. The year of the education services is about 30, and countries supported 70, languages supported 24, and instructor-led course titles 1,000 and 1,310. Students trained per year about 320,000. Worldwide locations 446. So among 446, our institute is one of them. Classes per week, totally 670. And Oracle University instructors is 480. Oracle University employees is 1,723. Oracle Education Partner 512. We are one of them. Oracle certified professionals nowadays is more than 360,000. So if you attend the WDP program, and you can fully use the Oracle software and with 100% discount. It means you can use it, and we provide the software for you to do the exercises, do the testing, and you can legally have the latest Oracle database software. And also you can have developer suite, application server, and our course will mainly conducted on the Linux platform, and we can demonstrate it for you. And here we connected to our server. One of our server is called Station 90. And in the Station 90, we have installed the environment for the practice of the database administration. Here we show to the Oracle user, and we may change in the Oracle SID to Arcade and Oracle Home to Union APP Oracle, something like this. And we can use SQL Plus to log into the Oracle database as a sysdba, the highest privileged user. And we can do lots of exercise in this environment. Here we may choose the 11G version, 11G, and in the 12C class, we will use 12C, and just a demonstration. Here, and we will teach you and let you learn how to install this environment and how to do exercise mainly in the Linux environment. And that kinds of environment is coordinated with the Oracle Certified Masters testing room. So let's continue with the PPT. And here, in today's very complicated IT environment, how do you compete? I think you should obtain a degree in a growing field. And if you don't prove to be a very professional guys. You will not have some ability to compete in the so furious environment. The next things you want to do is understand the skills employers want. You know, for example, in the US, the unemployment rate is so high. Another thing you should not forget is don't be passive. Actively develop your skills. So let's introduce the Oracle technology in detail. Oracle education way changed everything, you know. Not just a few inches. Greatly changed your career. So you need technology skills and critical thinking skills, communication skills. Let's first talk about technology skills. Top technology related skills in the computer science field is about this. I just list some of them. SQL, Unix, C, GCC, C++, Java, JavaScript, Exchange, MS, WinNT, 2K, XP, XML, XSL, XHTML, HTML, CSS, PHP, stories. And I think no one can master all of them. And you know, there are new technologies keep merging. For example, Perl, Ajax, TCP, IP, that is mainly about network, and Unix. Sorry, don't know why. And here it's okay. Linux operating system, AX, and you know, Python, Flash, Dreamweaver, all of this. And you may focus on one of them and extend it to the adjacent part of the technology you already grasped. And if you are mainly work in the field of network, for example, you are very familiar with TCP IP and routing and switch, something like this, you can learn Linux. And because Linux can act as a server for the data center, and if you already very familiar with Linux, you can try to extend your skill to SQL, PL SQL, and Oracle database management, and MySQL database manager, something like this. You know, more specifically, the career options for IT students is about information support and services. That is something like database administrator. That is very good choice of the career. And program and software development, you can choose to using C++, C++, or Java or something like this. And web and digital communication, you may focus on the web design and network systems. You can have the certification like CCNA, CCNP, CCIE. So that's more focused on the database administrator. And you need technologies like SQL, PL SQL, Unix, Linux operating system, and Oracle Open Office, XML, stories, something like this. And here is our Institute's social network. Once again, here, Skype and WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And that's let's look at the SPOTO's products. And we have already provide Cisco, Huawei, others training for many years. Nowadays, we will provide Linux and Oracle's training services for you too. And if you have attended some Cisco's certification classes, you are quite familiar with the exam number like this. Oracle also has exam number. Oracle's OCA OCP exam is mainly conducted by the VUE, person VUE. So Oracle's certification number I will mention later. And let's look more about the certification and the class in detail. And if you applied for the Oracle Database 12c OCA class, first course you should learn is the Oracle Database 12c install and upgrade workshop. And the examination number is 1Z0 bar 062. And this course will last for 2 days. And what you will learn is the following. This Oracle Database 12c install and upgrade workshop gives you detailed information to help you install Oracle Database 12c software. And we will teach you how to create a container database and provision pluggable databases in this course. You will be introduced to Oracle Database Cloud Service. After you have learned the whole class, you learn to install Oracle Grid infrastructure for a standalone server. Use Oracle Restart to manage components. Components, for example, about listener and ASM and database itself. Upgrade an existing Oracle database to Oracle Database 12c. Some in the production environment still using Oracle Database 11g. Database is more stable and enterprises are not very willing to upgrade very frequently, but Oracle Database 12c is now widely used and tested, so lots of enterprises want to upgrade the 11g or more earlier database to Oracle Database 12c, and it is the very good opportunities for you to take part in this kind of movement. Create a container database. Only from Oracle Database 12c, and we can use a container database. And in the very new field, container database, we should learn how to provision, how to how to do the provision of pluggable database, gain an understanding of Oracle Database Cloud Services. 12c, the C in 12c means cloud. And you will get benefits, ensure fast, reliable, secure, and easy to manage performance, optimize Oracle workloads, lower IT costs, and deliver a higher quality of service by establishing consolidation onto database clouds. That is very demanding requirements. Gain hands-on experience. We will lead the class in a way by doing lots of experiments. And we also require you to follow us to the whole process, to do lots of experiment after installing the Oracle Database 12c in the Linux environment. Get practical experience installing the Oracle GRID infrastructure software. We don't only install the Oracle database. We should first install Oracle GRID infrastructure. So, do you know what's the meaning of it? If you don't install Oracle GRID infrastructure, you have no chance to use ASM. Is that right? And we will fully practice it in the Linux environment. We will use partitions to imitate the disk. So we should have lots of partitions and make these partitions look like disks, looks like some disks, and to assemble the disks into the ASM disk group. And we then install Oracle database and create install the Oracle database software, and using the software to create the Oracle database inside the two ASM disks. One is called plus data and the other is called plus FRA. And we will gain hands-on experience on Oracle database software by using Oracle Universal Installer, OUI. We will teach you how to stop-start Oracle restart system using SRVCTL to manage components, including listener and also including the graphic environment user interface. And you can have zero knowledge about Oracle in order to attend this class. But if you are very interested in it, it's better. And if you know something about Linux, it's better too. Because our environment is mainly focused on Linux. Here. And let's look at the topics, the course objectives first, and then the topics. And the course objectives is about gaining an understanding of the Oracle Database Cloud Service, install Oracle GRID infrastructure for a standalone server. You should first learn how to using ASM. And it is the very beginning for you to know your application cluster. And the course objective is also about using Oracle Restart to manage components. Oracle Restart is the anonymous of the Oracle GRID infrastructure for a standalone server. So you can use Oracle Restart to manage the components I have mentioned. For example, ASM listen database itself. And upgrade database to Oracle Database 12c. You have seen that I just now using the Oracle Database 11.2.0.3. And why we use this environment as first? Because we want to upgrade this system to 12c. This is 11G. Create a container database. In the 12c, we have container database and the pluggable database. And we should create the container database to learn the new infrastructure and create an Oracle database, install Oracle database 12c software. So let's see more clearly about the course topics. You will learn something about Oracle database 12c overview, Oracle database 12c introduction, Oracle database architecture overview. That's very important. You should know how Oracle functions. You should know the components of the instance and the components of the database. Oracle database instance configurations, and instance is called the memory. It's called the Oracle memory. So the instance is the representative of the Oracle database server. If you configure the instance well, the performance of Oracle database should be good. Oracle database memory structures, process structures, database storage architecture. If you only mention database, not database server, it means the disk part of the Oracle database, and that is mainly composed by the three kinds of files. One kind of it is .ctl, it's called control file, and the second is about the .dbf file, is the database file, and the last is .log file, that is redo log file. And we should learn the logical and physical database structures. Logical means table spaces, and the physical is mainly about data files. And new architecture, container and pluggable database. In the container database and the pluggable database, we will learn the common user and the local user, and the common law and local law, and how to plug and unplug a database from the container. Installing Oracle Grid Infrastructure for standalone server is mainly about ASM. That means automatic storage management. An overview of Oracle Grid Infrastructure for a standalone server. There are lots of components in the Oracle Restart stack. System requirements for Oracle Grid Infrastructure. Configuring storage for Oracle Automatic Storage Management. ASM is quite important in the Oracle field because it is the foundation of the cloud system, foundation of the whole cluster. Installation or installing, we should know installing Oracle Grid Infrastructure for standalone server, and then from here, at the very beginning, you will move to real application cluster installation in the future. Upgrading Oracle Grid Infrastructure for the standalone server. And if you upgrade 11G to 12C, the former database system supposed is based on the ASM, and it's called Grid Infrastructure. And you should first upgrade the Grid Infrastructure to 12C and then database system, because database systems version should know, because the ASM systems version should know less than the database systems version. So if you want to do such kinds of upgrading, the first thing you want to do is to upgrade the Oracle Grid Infrastructure first. Installing the Oracle database software, that's quite easy, but we should do this in a Linux environment. And plan your installation system requirements for Oracle database 12c. And many This is about the environment for the certification class. Nowadays, you can install most of the install in the laptop in your laptop. Most of the current laptop supports installation. For example, 4G megabytes, 4 gigabytes of memory, and i3 above CPU is okay. Preparing the operating system, we will teach you how to install operating system too, using 4 KB sector disks. You know, nowadays new disks merges in the market, and we should make full use of the 4 KB sector disks, especially in the production environment. And 4 KB sector disks only affects the redo log file. Setting environment variables for installation in the Linux environment. We should set some environment variables, for example, Oracle base, checking the system requirements, both the software requirement and the hardware requirement, using the Oracle Universal Installer, OUI, performing a silent mode installation. We should learn something about the batch installation using a silent file, response file. Creating an Oracle database using DBCA after we have the software installed, and then we will have the command DBCA, that means database configuration assistant. We should use this in the graphical environment to install database, and then we should record the installation scripts and examine the scripts to know the differences of the customer installation and the temporary installation. And we should know the differences between the two kinds of installation after we using DBCA to record the script, and we will explain thoroughly about the differences. Planning the Oracle storage structure. I have mentioned we will do this in the ASM environment, and choosing non-CDB or CDB. CDB means container database. Yeah, so we should create more than one database. One is CDB and the others is non-CDB, and the environment is quite complicated, but that is necessary. Types of database and choosing the appropriate character set. We should introduce about the character set of AL3 to UTF and some other character set. Understanding how character sets are used. That's quite important to avoid, in order to avoid some unrecognized character when user connect to the Oracle database. Setting the NRSLAN initialization parameter. We will talk about this in detail. And using DBCA and using Oracle Restart Overview, and Oracle Restart process. We will learn the components and of the Oracle Restart system, and that is, I have mentioned, is called the Oracle Standalone Infrastructure Standalone Server. And controlling Oracle Restart is mainly about the SRV CTL utility, and that is the complicated command system. And the Oracle Restart configuration, and something about this. And lots of experiments during the study of this. And we also learned how preparing to upgrade to Oracle Database 12c, developing a test plan, performing testing, requirements for database using Oracle Label Security or Oracle Database Vault, requirement for Oracle Database using Oracle Warehouse Builder, using the pre-upgraded information tool, backing up the database, but in a very basic way. Installing the Oracle Database 12c software, preparing the new Oracle Home, upgrading to Oracle Database 12c, and using DBUA to upgrade database. That is quite different from DBCA. Manually upgrading to Oracle Database 12c. DBUA is a graphical interface, and manually upgrading to Oracle Database 12c is thoroughly using command. Migrating a non-CDB to a CDB. How to do this? We will demonstrate it. Performing post-upgrade task, migrating to unified auditing. Oracle's auditing system is very complicated, and before 12c, and the auditing is mainly about the database itself. And then if you migrating to Oracle Database 12c, we should learn how to do the auditing among the container database and the pluggable database. Performing post-upgrade tasks following a manual upgrade. And we will have lots of experiment on this. Migrating data by using Oracle Data Path. Data Path is a logical backup way, and mainly composed of two commands. One is expdp and the other is impdp. And we will demonstrate you. Maybe every day we should use these utilities to have data coming and out our database. And also we will explore some network link mode of data path. That means no data path files created. We only use network to inject some data into the database server. That is the first class. And let me introduce you the second. Totally we will have 4 classes in order to get the Oracle certified professional. And the second one is called Administration Workshop. And you will learn about Oracle Database Architecture. You will discover how to effectively manage the Oracle Database instance, configure the Oracle network environment, and perform database maintenance. In this course, you will be introduced to Oracle Database Cloud Services 2. You will learn to create and manage Oracle Database instance, and create and manage storage structures, configure the Oracle network environment, especially the listener and TLS namespace ORA, and create and manage users, and that's a real production environment tasks. Monitor the database and manage performance, and I think you will be very interested in it. Yes, we will use the graphical interface. It's called the DB console to do this. Once again, cloud control to do this. Learn basic information on backups and recovery technologies. We will provide the full exercise to destroy some parts of your database and let you to recover the corruption. And we will provide you very typical scenarios for you to do this. Use the Oracle Support Workbench and My Oracle Support to upgrade your database software. We should learn the Support Workbench system. You can support your Oracle database firstly by yourself and then ask the Oracle support. So you should learn how to fully use it. Use this system to, maybe you can deal with the problem by yourself. If you can use this support workbench well, gain an understanding of the Oracle Database Cloud Service. And if you learn the class, you will be very capable of managing your database performance, optimize database workloads, lower IT costs, and deliver a higher quality of service by enabling consolidation onto database clouds. And this course requires you have learned the first one I have mentioned. And here is the suggested prerequisites. And it's better for you to have some basic knowledge about Oracle, about the Linux operating system. And the course objectives of this administration workshop is configure Oracle Net Service and configure database for backend recovery operations, describe Oracle database architecture, managing the Oracle database instance, manage Oracle database storage structures, create and administer user accounts, monitor the database, managing database performance, implement database auditing, and there's something about security. Configure the database instances such that resources are appropriately allocated among sessions and tasks. Is mainly about resource manager. Gain an understanding of the Oracle Database Cloud Service and schedule jobs to run inside or outside of Oracle Database. It is something about what to run and where to run and how to run. And that's an Oracle schedule system. The system is a little bit complicated, and we will demonstrate it in detail about this system. Course topics, we can go through this. Introduction, course objectives, and the overview of the Oracle Database 12c, and the overview of the HR schema. We use this schema, this fake company, to demonstrate and to do the exercises. And many use the employees departments table and something in it. And we are exploring the Oracle Database Architecture, Oracle Database Architecture Overview, and Oracle Database Instance Configuration, connecting to the Oracle Database Instance, Oracle Database Memory Structures, and Process Architecture, Process Structures, Process Startup Sequence, Database Storage Architecture, and managing Oracle Database Instance. That's quite important. If you can managing Oracle Database Instance, you can work now. And introduce Oracle Database Management Tools and lots of commands I want to explain. And understanding the Enterprise Manager Management Framework, which will also teach you how to install the Oracle Cloud Control System. Logging into the Oracle Enterprise Management Database Express, and Express is a concise version of Oracle Cloud Control, and we should focus on this. Using SQL+, I have demonstrated in the beginning of the speech, using SQL Developer, and we will introduce this. This is a graphical SQL environment. Initialization parameter files. Parameter files is also called initialization parameter files. That is quite important for you to tell the Oracle database server how to start and how many memories will be allocated to the Oracle database server. Configuring the Oracle network environment, many about the listener, Oracle Net Services Overview, listener overview, and we should teach you how to create another Oracle listeners in another port for providing the load balance and failover. Establishing Oracle network connection. Network is quite simple, but you should learn the concept. As far as the network is concerned, the real server is listener, and Oracle database is also a client. You should clearly know this. And let's go a little bit fast. Managing database storage structure and block and extend and table spaces. And you should know how to use Oracle managed files. That is shortened as OMF. We should learn this because you only can use OMF format file in the ASM storage. Administering user security, user account, and privileges. And as far as privileges is concerned, the security is the most important things come to your brain, come to my brain too. Privileges is divided into two kinds of privileges. One is called system privileges and the other is object privileges. And laws. Don't make a mistake with laws as the collection of privilege. Not only the collection of privilege, but also some special security concerns about laws. If you revoke a law from someone, but he is still has the active session, and in that session, that one still has the law. And profiles. Profiles is the way to control the password history, the password reuse, and something like this is also very complicated. We will demonstrate the salary. Managing data concurrency is about locks and undo. Managing undo data, undo retention. Undo is about the space and time, just like the physics, space and time. But Oracle only using undo to represent the past time. So I can call it something happened, but it is recorded in the undo system. So if you understand the undo system, you can understand the transaction, and also you can understand the flashbacks technology. And then we will introduce the auditing, including the traditional auditing and the new container system auditing, performing database maintenance. And that is something about using the graphical tools to managing the performance, to tune Oracle performance. And we will introduce you the famous AWR report and the ADDM system. And we will also introduce some methodology and the SQL tuning. Database tuning and SQL tuning are both important. And SQL tuning is that more important than the database tuning, because if you tune your SQL well, and if the database is not configured well, but the problem may be not obvious. But if you do a poor SQL tuning, every SQL sentences are poorly written, and they will cost lots of resources of the Oracle database, and your database's performance is doomed. And we will talk about the resource manager. It's very important. It's the effective tool to control the allocation of resources. And then comes to the scheduler system, Oracle scheduler. and it is quite complicated as I mentioned. It's about what, when, how, where the job will run in the background. And then backup recovery concepts. Backup recovery concepts is based on the understanding of Oracle architecture. If you fully understand Oracle rolling forward and the rolling backward during the instance recovery, you can extend it to the media recovery by using backup and recover technology. And the last thing you will learn is about how to use the Oracle supporting system by first knowing how to use your support workbench. And then comes to our third class introduction. The third class is focused on the backup recovery. So you will be an expert of backup here. This looks better. And I only want to go through it. You will know all of the requirements of backup recovery during a production environment. You will learn lots of things about backup recovery in detail. And we will provide you lots of situations in that we will destroy some parts of your database and let you to fix it using the knowledges, using the technology you have learned during the class. And let's come to the last one. The last one is focused on the multi-tenant architecture. And let me introduce it. This Oracle Database 12c Managing Multi-Tenant Architecture training helps you gain a conceptual understanding of the multi-tenant architecture. You will practicing plugging and unplugging database in multi-tenant container databases, while learning how to create common and local users and administer database security to meet your business requirements. In this course, you will be introduced to Oracle Database Cloud Services. Multi-tenant system is bound for the cloud environment. So this course is the most important one among the 4 courses. You will learn to understand the multi-tenant architecture. Even if you are an Oracle 11G certified master, you also know nothing about Oracle multi-tenant system, because in the Oracle Database 11G, there is no multi-tenant system. Create and manage multi-tenant container database and pluggable databases. There are lots of ways to create multi-tenant database and lots of ways to plug and unplug a pluggable database from the container or into the container. Managing storage within the multi-tenant container database and pluggable databases. And managing security within a multi-tenant container database and pluggable databases. And so, different tenants will run the multi-tenant container database. And we should separate them one by one. Should not mix them together. And that is very difficult thing for the new Oracle database administrator. So that is the most important things we've learned from this course. Monitor performance and manage cost resources within a multi-tenant container database and pluggable databases, and perform backup, recovery, and flashback operations on a multi-tenant container database and the pluggable databases. And that means you should transfer your knowledge in a single database we have learned in the previous 3 courses to this new architecture, multi-tenant architecture. Managing the CDB and PDBs. CDB means container database, and PDBs means a pluggable database in specific configurations like Oracle DataGuard. DataGuard is very famous technology, database world. Perform particular operations like Oracle Data Pump, transportation, loading, encryption, auditing, and gain an understanding of Oracle Database Cloud Service. And you will be benefit. Ensure you can fast, reliable, secure, and easy to manage performance in that kinds of architecture, optimize database workloads, lower IT costs, and deliver a higher quality of services by enabling consolidation onto the database clouds. And if you want to manage in a multi-tenant architecture, you definitely should learn this course. And let's quickly go through the topics of this course. First, we will make an introduction about this architecture, and then course objectives, course schedule tools, and then container unpluggable database architecture. We should explain the challenges and benefits. And we should introduce you the multi-tenant architecture, and we should introduce how to provisioning the PDBs and the terminology. That's quite important. We should learn the new terminologies. And the CDB and PDB creation using tools, configuring and creating a CDB, creating PDBs, lots of ways to creating PDBs, dropping PDBs, migrating PDBs, managing a CDB and PDBs connection, and managing a CDB and PDBs, managing PDBs open mode and settings. And we should let the container database to remember the last open status of the PDBs, and then if we restart the container database, it will restart or not to restart the pluggable database. Configuring CDB and PDBs initialization parameters, and I have mentioned that you should transfer your knowledge from a single database to CDB environment. Managing storage in CDB and PDBs. Also, we may learn about ASM in CDB and PDB. Managing permanent table spaces, CDB and PDBs, managing temporary table spaces, CDB and PDBs, and should learn how to set the default temporary table space or permanent table space in both CDB and PDBs. Managing security in CDB and PDBs, that's quite important. That's about the user privileges and the rules. And understanding the shared and non-shared objects. Managing common and local profiles. And managing availability about CDB backups, PDB backups, and new grammar, not colon grammar, you mean. And managing performance, managing resource allocation. Once again, we should transfer the knowledge in the previous 3 courses into this new environment. And miscellaneous about exporting and importing data and its data pump in CDBs, loading data, auditing operations, scheduling jobs, and using other products. The last section about this course is Oracle Cloud Services Overview. We should do some demonstration on this. And that is all I introduce. Once again, I will return to our PPT, and thank you for your patience and listening. And here we should have the contact information. Thank you again. Thank you.